Hello everybody, Eric Flight, third day in a row. It's unheard of. But again, I had the long weekend, so we had today off due to Christopher Columbus or Indigenous Peoples Day, whichever you preference. So anyways, we are going to do another scenic route, again provided by ChatGPT. I kind of like it because when I search for an idea, I can type in specifics and then it spits out things. But I'm gonna fix this little pillow back here. You can't see it, but I can see. Anyways, we're gonna take off from Page, Arizona, and we're taking the Piper Arrow out today. The JustFlight Piper Arrow, November 513 Echo Foxtrot, and this is freeware that's available at flightsim.to for Page. Looks pretty good, but our main mission is to go around Lake Powell. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Come on, tablet. So we're gonna take off from Page. I'm gonna go past the Glen Canyon Dam, and we're right outside the Grand Canyon, which is down there. So right outside the surf row, and then we're just gonna go around Lake Powell. We're gonna make a big detour out to Cortez, Colorado, and then back. And we're gonna have to watch our altitude the whole way, but it's just to go around Lake Powell right there in the middle. Should be a good time. It's supposed to be pretty scenic according to ChatGPT, and it better be. No kidding. But it hasn't been that wrong, you know, for a while. So kind of like it. It gives me lots of ideas rather than me trying to plan everything. Saves time on planning and gives you some good routes. So without further ado, let's get into 513 Echo Foxtrot and get this thing going, shall we? Checklist. I was watching videos on Pompeii today. I got into that. Anyway, C-track backlocked. Avionics are off. Autopilot's off. AC is off. Do you even have AC in this thing? I don't think so. No. Okay. And that looks like it's all the way up, so that should be off. I think that's off. Prop high RPM. Whoop. The last controllable pitch prop we flew was the Bonanza 2 days ago, so it's been a while since I did this throttle slight on the Piper Arrow. That is, brakes are set. All right, things are working there. Let's put the what just happened there? Hello, mixture. Yeah, okay. God, what? Why is this? It's reading the other thing. That's what's happening. All right, it shouldn't be reading anything. All right. Prop high throttle slight, brakes are set. Mass alternator on. Beacon on. That's working. Fuel pump on. Full rich on the mixture. Fuel flow goes up and then back down. Make sure my fuel is on. It's on the left. Oh, we didn't fill it. Gotta fill this thing. That might help. Just a bit. We probably would make it though, because this thing has big tanks and sips fuel for its size. Did I put the avionics on already? I didn't think I put the avionics on. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's weird. Right, fuel pump off. That fuse is what controls it, and I thought it was working. But I guess no, I'll do it myself then. I have no clue why it's doing that little spitty thing. You know, give me a second. I'm gonna try to reconnect the thing here. The simulator is gonna go black for a second. Or maybe it's not. It's just not getting a good connection there. It's gonna go black now until it connects. Capture card. I don't know what it is. I know it's not really the computer. At least it's not supposed to be. But no, still got the little thing now. Just gonna go with it. All right, Rich Prime Lean. Max to start. Here we go. Ready? Clear prop.
Clear prop.
They're coming out with a new FS Realistic for 2024, by the way. I'm digging them up, contacting them about testing it, because they had an email for it. But you kind of need like their camera software and everything to go with it. Oil pressure is in the green. Fuel pump off. Oh, I'm supposed to leave it on. Oh well. Fuel pressure is good. Lights as required. We're going to put the nav and the taxi lights on for now. If that worked. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure of that. Seatbelt harnesses, heat vent, defrost. How warm is it? It's about 65. I'll put a little bit of heat on because it's going to get, and defroster. It's going to get colder as we get up there. Alright, anyways, heat vent thrust avionics on and set. That button does not work, so we'll hit the fuse right here. things here. Let me take this ice tea and put it down over here. Alrighty then. ATIS. Here page is 120625. I also have to put the 530 window into the 530 for the Wilson gear. I was messing around with the GTN 750 last night, and I have the first gen version of it because I bought it used, and it kind of works. I mean, it's not the best, but kind of works. Come on now. All right, page is a non-tower airfield. 29er 8. Automated weather observation. 1900 Zulu. Wind 020 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition 3000 scattered. I should take off runway 7, but I'm not going to. It's runway 202 at 7. Let's get my crosswind component charger. Oh, that's that one. Automated weather observation. 1900 Zulu. Wind 020 at 7. Visibility 10. Sky condition 3000 scattered 4600 scattered few clouds at 13,800. I want the bigger runway, so let's see what that is in the truck supplement. It's 3-3. Okay. So, headwind 4 knots. We're taking runway 33 then, which is well in our limits here of my pilotage, if you will. Alright, 2983, we're good to go. So anyways, we're gonna climb up to an initial altitude of 8,500, and then ultimately 9,500 going east, and then we'll go back to probably about 8.5 or 10.5 on the way back. So I'm just gonna set that up in the altitude setting for the autopilot right now. Alright, checklist. Altimeter is set. Transponders alt squawk. It is. ADS-B pretends on. Radio test. We gotta get VATSIM going here. November 513 Echo Foxtrot. Papa 28 Romeo. I'm also gonna turn my fans on big time here. So arrow 3. Alright, let me do that now because I think that's part of my reason here. Give me a sec. Streaming laptops, I think it's causing trouble. It's not the desktop. And popping audio usually means it's overheating or it's not set to gaming mode. You know, because the laptop has to be set to gaming mode. It's not set to gaming mode, that's why. Alright, fan speed, we're going to crank that to cooler boost. And now, we should be fine. Alright, I also changed the Ethernet cable on my laptop, and it has about 4 times the download speed. So you tell me, I don't know. I said Cat 8 on the other one, obviously it was not. Alright, radio test 122.8. We'll do the VATSIM Unicom thing first. VATSIM Unicom, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot radio check, please. And there was a center out here, so we get some flight following. But page and then page again. Alright, there we go. But yeah, it is what it is. And checklist, lights as required. I already got the nav and stuff on. Okay, we'll test stuff on the way out. We're going to taxi to runway 33, which is at the bottom there. And we're on the apron over here. I can't really show you the tablet. We're on the apron. We're going to runway 33, okay? Alright, let's set this up to go to... Well, actually, I'm going to follow my electronic flight bag, but we can point it towards uniform 22, because that's the closest 22 uniform Tango. Actually, I'm sorry. That's the closest airport we're heading towards on our first thing. Uniform Tango. I love this 530. The 750, it works, but it has problems refocusing back on the simulator itself. So, alright, with that then, Checklist. I think we're almost ready. We're gonna taxi. We're gonna taxi. All right, let's taxi and then we'll run up. How's that? Yep. I just turned off a lot of things. All right. We're gonna keep this out. Chart supplement. And what is the CTAF here? 122.8. So we're fine there too as well. It's a right pattern for 3.3. See that with the RP 3.3 thing. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna keep that out there. Okay, mouse, thank you. Tobii tracker on, recenter. All right. I just hit the wrong throttle quadrant. No. Also, we gotta be up high in the air, right? Yeah, so let's 4,000 feet. So let's give this a little power here. Get that EGT up there. Stop it. Alright, where's my EGT gauge? There it is. It's probably not gonna give me anything, that's alright. Man, my thing is going nuts here. Give me a second. Alright, get more in the middle, Eric. I am in the middle. I'm also rolling. Keep that plane a-rolling. Take your brakes off the feet. Take your feet off the brakes. That's what I meant to say. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. It's a little bit better. Alright. I'm going to leave it right about there. Thank you, Toe Williamson. T.O. Williamson, following me on Twitch. We're going to taxi out, so here we go.
Toe Williamson is now following Eric Flight on Twitch.
Thank you for following me, sir. Appreciate it. We're going to turn this around over here. We're going to go very slow in the Piper Arrow, which I have flown a Piper Arrow too, and I'm complex endorsed because of it. But, yeah. Alright, runway 33. Page, Arizona. Wonderful scenery out here. We're right near the Grand Canyon. Again, we're going to not go into the surf road nor go over the Grand Canyon. But you can see it's quite clearly close. Clear to go. I'm on service update 4. They just released a new beta this morning and I updated to it. They did a couple more fixes. So you could try flying with me. I'm on the East server, but it hasn't been working for most people, and that thing has no landing gear. Okay, it's floating. It's a ghost. I just spelled it wrong. Now I'm yelling in chat. Ugh. Okay, there you go. I had some ghost landing gear back there. Gotta do a run up down here. This is freeware. Available on flightsim.to, and whoever did this did a pretty nice job. For, I mean, I've never been to Page, Arizona, but it looks pretty good. Yeah. Pretty nice job, whoever did this. I'm gonna try to get some scenery design for the British USA Flying Club next air show, which I'm not going to unveil anything other than that. Just that I've been asked to try to do it again. So we'll see what happens. Man, there's lots of traffic here for rural traffic. Unfortunately, where I live in Massachusetts, we just had a plane crash off of takeoff from New Bedford, Massachusetts. It's in the national news too, but of course they're not getting all the things together. Like they're like, oh, it was on its way to New. No, it took off from New Bedford. It never made it, and it crashed on the highway. So fortunately, 2 people died in the plane, and there was one person that got, I think, hit in a car, and they're in the hospital right now. So I'm hoping that goes okay. But we shall see. All right, we're gonna turn off this little run-up place right here and do our run-up. How's that? Here we go. Ready to go. All right, sorry. It's nice to see a run-up area here on our right. And a truck. Should be a little over 2 hours today. Flight. And we're going to pull it in right over here. Good. Parking brake on. Oh, that didn't work. I have to tap it. That button does not work. Okay, brakes are set. Fuel to the proper tank. We're on the left. I'm going to keep it on the left. Trim set for takeoff. That would be down here. Alright, looks like it's black, but it's blue. Okay. Flight controls. Let's do it. The box. Free and correct. My timer is not working. I wonder what's up with that. Alright, instruments. Turn coordinates in the middle. No flag. Heading coordinate is right where it should be. Vertical speed is good. Altimeter is good. Horizon's good. Airspeed is good. Wow. Okay, annunciator lights. I'm going to push this button. Make sure they light up. They did. Okay, alternate air test and close. We just make sure it can move up and down. It doesn't really show much of a difference. Alright, mixture best power. We don't know yet. I'm going to 2000. I do have it leaned out, but then we're going to check it. Alright, I'm going to lean this out a little bit more so we get more power. Oh, right about there. Alright, good. Mags, right? Back to both. Left. Back to both. Okay, I'm going to cycle the prop. RPMs go down. RPMs go up. Oil pressure, second time, goes down. Oil pressure goes up. And then finally, do it one more time. Make sure no oil spurts out onto the windshield, because that means we have a leak. Down. And up. Alright, good. Props for cycle. Vacuum looks good. Amps are charging slightly. Where is it? It's been a little bit. It's been a little bit. Give me some time. Where are you? You're over here somewhere, aren't you? Oh, there you are. Charging slightly. Okay. Flown the 172 the other day, and the day before that I flew the 152. 152? Might have been 152. So, fuel pressure good. Oil pressure, oil temperature good. Idling. To 1,000. Alright, if there's a problem, take her full mechanical windshield, otherwise, and there's enough available runway ahead of us, we'll abort, take off, land directly, hit it on the runway. If we are, let's say, under 5,000 feet in this problem, mechanical windshield, we'll land directly ahead, no more than 30 degree turns, best glide speed, this is 79. If we're above 5,000 feet in this problem, mechanical windshield, otherwise, I can't remember where the winds are. 020. Okay. 020. Means we're going to take a turn to the right, land downwind on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us. Best glide speed again. 79. We're going to rotate at 70, climb at 90, retract the gear when there's no more available runway to land on in case there's an emergency. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. We just have to check the checklist for more things. Prop by RPM, fuel pump on. Gear override, don't need that right now. Landing light on, strobes on. Alright, we'll leave everything else on. Alright, and we're good to go. So, without further ado, let's go. Oh, I forgot that. Parking brake. Because my little shortcut button doesn't work. I'd buy a parking brake lever, or lever, as most people call it. Some people call it lever. Lever? What'd she do? Anyways, corny joke. Yeah, but they cost like a lot of money for what they are. I mean, you really got to use them here and there. It's more for people that want to build a complete sim. So, I don't know. If anyone wants to donate towards one, I wouldn't mind having one. And I just learned that the Redbird TH1 that I have the old version that's like wicked huge. They made an updated model that's a lot smaller now. So, it kind of sucks. Because I would have loved to have that, and it costs $600, so it's less than the Vernio, and it still has like everything that this thing has. Right, this thing has to stop doing that, so stop it with the throttle. You know what? I can probably take it off. Give you a second. Controls. It's interacting with my Redbird as we speak, so deactivate. All right, save and back. There's nothing I really need on it. I mean, there's a flap switch, but we could do it with just the keyboards. Alright, we're clear on this side, that side, every other side. So I'm going to call it Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 33, departure to the west. Page. Alright, good to go. Rotate 70, climb at 90, track to gear when I need to. It's pretty nice freeware scenery here. I mean, I don't know if the trees change much color here in Arizona. Well, right near Utah too, so. Alright, in the middle. Heels on the floor, full throttle. Here we go. Rotate. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What just happened there? I don't know what happened there. Okay. Oh, look at that view. Nice. Gear up. Nope, I didn't have the gear up button. Okay, I did need the red bird for that though. But I guess I have it back of one on my left. But that's alright. Just remind me that I have to push the button now. It's better to have the throttle working, you know. Okay, trimming up. Trimming up. Good, pretty good. Oh, that's gorgeous, huh? All right. They did something with the water, like there's some type of thing that they fixed on it, so. Alright, let's see if the autopilot works. Heading. Nav. Oops. And we're supposed to be at 8.5, so reset the altimeter. Yep. Is it working? That's what you gotta tell yourself. Okay, I guess we're gonna go towards the airport there. The dam should be off our left, so. Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. That's cool. I want a picture of that. So that is the Glen Canyon Dam, everybody. Looks a lot like the Hoover Dam. Very cool. And Page Airport's out there in the distance right there. So pretty cool. Alright. Oh, that looks beautiful actually. Grand Canyon's that way. We'll look for clouds, but I think it's going to be pretty nice. Right now on the Sky Vector it's saying clear. Around Page at least. But yeah. Let's make sure this thing's working. Oh! I guess the autopilot's totally working today. I don't want to... Yeah, I'm going to say it. Thanks to Otto the autopilot.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
I'll go back to the passengers.
All right, we're going right direct 22 uniform Tango, and you can kind of see it lines up with all that. I turned my, yeah, I turned the, yes I did, even though I'm saying no, I turned the Tobii tracker off, so, very cool. But welcome to this scenic route around Lake Powell, which is right here, off our right. So you got Lake Powell, and it kind of goes all the way down, so that's what we're going to fly around today, the Arrow. Gorgeous scenery here. It wasn't lying. ChatGPT did not lie, everybody. It said this was a very scenic route. I couldn't fly in the Northeast at all because it sucks here for weather. We have like a nor'easter, as we call it. And wow, we even have lots of traffic down there as well. Cool. Newest beta just came out this morning. It said update, so I did. That's gorgeous. Again, a flight I wouldn't even think about doing without ChatGPT. So AI, thank you for being decent there. Very cool. Alright, we are going to take a landing at Cortez. I think we should do a landing there, even if it's touch and go. And that's going to be in Colorado. And we're going to be good to go. So. Larkspur is a private airport over here. That's uniform 22. And we are going to be over the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. So that you want to be at least 2,000 feet above that ground level. And seeing that we're at 8.5 for now, we're going to switch to 9.5 in just a little bit though. But I also have to clean up the mixture. Might help. Fuel pump off. Okay, back to 25 inches of manifold. I guess we're okay with that. 2550 here. Really nice weather, huh? Grand Canyon's that way, by the way. All right, and then we're gonna do a heading here. So let's get our heading ready to go. We're gonna go north. East, so I'll set to about 020-ish. Oh, once we overfly that Larkspur Airport here, which should be coming up. So, wondering where you are. That could be it over there, maybe. Lake Powell over here. We just crossed into Utah, by the way, because we're right on the border of Arizona and Utah. Oh, excuse me. Looks like Google Map imagery kind of divided it between states here. It's alright. Might have a problem at 9.5 with these clouds, though. So we'll have to see. Right, that airport is supposed to be right below us. Where is it? Oh! Is that it? It's part of the... Yeah. Wow. Okay, so we're going to do heading now. So, heading. Let's see where this takes us. It says bearing nexus 118. So. Which doesn't make sense, so let me get this all situated here. Right thing here. There we go. Heading 045, according to electronic flight mag. It's right about where I put it. Cool. I'm also going to climb up to 9.5 now. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, clouds could be in our way. So, could go 7.5. That might be better. Let's see if we can do that. And if not, we'll have to climb through this. Right. Send this thing down. Manifold's good. 2,500 RPMs. Mixture. I'm gonna try to get underneath these clouds here. 7.5 will get us. Well, we'll have to go around the Caperowitz Plateau, which is ahead. So we'll actually head a little bit more to the east here. Lake Powell right there on our right there. Page is out there, Page, Arizona. Try to keep this thing VFR. We're also at VATSIM. However, I haven't been seeing any VATSIM multiplayer traffic in these betas either, so I don't know what's up with that, but Service Update 4 seems to be a little bit better than Service Update 3 as far as I'm seeing it right now. Manifold pressure is going to go as we descend. Very cool. These beautiful hills. Yeah. That's a nice picture. They did add contrails in Service Update 4. I've been saying that all weekend, but it's kind of cool to see them. You see the run goes right up there, so it has a peak of 5,800 though, so we should be fine. It's just that plateau. We'll probably have to go right over the lake over there. We're doing on gas. Doing okay. Excuse me. That was weird. Volanta just kicked me off my flight. It's like, what? No. Well, that's weird. It's really weird. It like hooked up to my old flight. I was taught. I was like, what? Okay, it's the arrow. And it's Page. Oops. It was weird that it picked that up as taunt. Oh, it did pick up my screenshots though, so that's cool. Alright, anyways, we're gonna have to go a little bit to the north here, and then we're gonna turn it right down to the south here. See if we can get this in there. Yep, whoa. Come on there. Oh, nope, it's going on clouds. Okay, now I know why I didn't do that. Ugh. That's not cool. Yeah, gorgeous. Maxed out settings in 2024. See these beauties. Alright, and we're going to keep it this way because I need to go around that plateau. Only due to it having a peak of 7,600. So if we stay at 7,500, we have to stay there. So, alright, everything's looking good. Mixture. There we go. And we'll try to work our way around the clouds. Lake Powell to our right. I'll make our way around the clouds, not through them. I don't know how we're going to do in these clouds here. Try our best to stay through them. Alright, if we have to, we're going to try to get through there. The lake is at like 3,000 feet, so I have to kind of gauge that. I mean, I guess we could scud run the lake, but that'd be kind of interesting, cool, and scary at the same time. Alright, so guess we're gonna go to 5.5 and try to get below these clouds because they're very high. So oh, watch that speed there. See what we could do. Well, we're gonna be low, I'll tell you that. Get down there, arrow. All right, this is the way we want to go. Might be doing it like a little bush flying here, just in the mountains with the arrow. Wow. Electronic flight bag's helping me out here. That plateau is in the clouds here, so if you didn't have your sectional and you didn't know what was going on, that's very dangerous. You could control descent into terrain. Said VFR honest. Cal Black Memorial, which is a little bit in our future. It says overcast at 8,000, so okay, but still. The colors are beautiful here though, huh? Got a little bit of rain too, you see that? Alright, steady as she goes. There's that plateau that you'd have to watch out for. Wow, I'm surprised we're not seeing any boats on this thing though, boats. Alright, out here is the Rainbow Bridge National Monument, somewhere out there. This is Navajo Mountain, right off our right there. Very cool. I'm gonna take off the tablet for a little bit. I'll be following the tablet. I want you to see all the scenery here. Gorgeous. We're a little low, I won't lie. It's the best we're gonna do with these clouds. Wow, look at that. Man, ChatGPT comes through again. Some scenic route here. Yeah, well. Alright, that plateau will be towards our left. So that's again why we didn't want to go there and why we went over the water. I probably want to stick more of the river here, so I'm going to turn more east. To the south, I mean. Alright, we'll follow Lake Powell, which is this whole thing. It's a huge lake here in Arizona, Utah, and Colorado. Wow, we'll get Navajo Mountain there. Look at that. Whoops, I just dropped my whole iced tea. Luckily I had the cap on, because that would be a bad day. Very scenic route here. Wow. And I wouldn't ever think about places like this without AI. I'd be like, oh, Grand Canyon, right? Nope. This is right off the Grand Canyon. See if we can see that rainbow bridge. It's supposed to be down here somewhere. Not this waterway, but the next one. So not this one, but the next one. So probably over here somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Excellent!
Yeah. Alright, not this one actually, it's the next one. Alright. So this must be the Rainbow Bridge National Monument down here somewhere. I'm gonna stay over here for a little bit, but we do have to watch our elevation. God. Oh, gorgeous scenery. Alright. Well, look for the National Monument. It's supposed to be in this little, I'm gonna call it a gully, but see if it's there. Man, it's Rainbow Bridge. If I can't see it, I might put the drone cam out there really fast. Oh, no, I can't really see it. I might be too low to see it from this range. Okay, let's send the drone cam out. That would be out here. Rainbow Bridge National Monument. We'll see if we can find it. Hope we don't have the plane crash into anywhere. It must be over here somewhere. Nope, I guess not, but you're seeing one hell of a scenery here. Oh, wait, nope, nope. We're gonna go all the way to the mountain, but it's supposed to be here somewhere. It's supposed to be a Rainbow Bridge National Monument. Not really sure about that, but if anyways, we'll go to Navajo Mountain and do a flyover with the drone cam. How's that? Look at that. That's amazing. Cool. I didn't see a bridge. So this is not in the same. Where are we? Still turn with the drone cam. There we are. Okay, we're also gonna have to get back in so I can turn this thing around. Whoop. That way. Alright, the elevation's what worries me here. Navajo Mountain's like right over there. We're gonna head towards the lake again, and I think we can go the other side now. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm gonna go over the Grand Flat. So we'll make that happen. And I'll show you what we're doing on the electronic flight bag right there. So we should be alright. God, it is gorgeous. I didn't think it was gonna be this gorgeous. Wow. No, more clouds. Alright. Got to figure it out. See what happens. Might cheat it a little bit. We'll see. Could also go down the lake some more. I was hoping to get out here in the continuous straight path right over the Grand Flat, but alright, I'm going to leave that off so you can see the scenery while I navigate the clouds here. Fuel! I'm going to switch to the right now. Fuel pump on. Right. Fuel pump off. Go straight, try to get around this cloud here. And we'll see what happens. Oh, we got some rain from the clouds. That makes sense. What if they could ever have like a rain effect on the water? I mean, you don't really see it a lot from the air, obviously, but it'd be kind of cool to see like rain if it's really hard going down. I don't know how you do that, honestly, actually, so I'm gonna just shut up. Alright. Well, we're gonna make our way out here. That seems to be the way to go. Alright, let's get some weather at Cal Black. 134375, because we are very low. We want to make sure we have the right altitude setting. 134375. Oh, well, there you go. See if it picks it up. I think we're going to go right here. It's close to a little ominous over there. We're pretty low, but it's not illegal. We're still 2 or 3,000 feet above the ground, so. All right, we're heading towards our waypoint, but we might have to go over again because these clouds are getting in the way again. This is a heavier GA aircraft, so we should have not a lot of problems. I'm not hearing any weather from Cal Black, so I'm going to go Sky Vector. Altimeter 2985. We might turn to our right, go down to the lake if I have to, but that's my backup plan. Oh, look at that peak. What the heck is that? But yeah, we're gonna scud run land this time. Big time. Ooh, that doesn't look inviting. Alright, we're gonna go towards the south here. Well, too much. Looks a little bit better. We're gonna follow the lake, which goes up and around. That's rain right there, so that's kind of what we flew through a little bit. We're at 5.5. We have to go to 7.5. So let's climb to 7.5 and see what we can do. I forgot I was at 5.5 for a second. Good thing I checked. Burp speed. Oh, about 500 feet per minute. So actually, we were very low. We'll see what we can do. That's the lake going around. Wow. All right, we're gonna be going down the lake because of all these clouds. Gorgeous scenery here. Rainbow up there. And more rain. Oh, did you hear some thunder? I thought I heard some thunder. Could have swore I heard some thunder. Definitely have some heavy precipitation coming down. Yeah, I think if you're not buying 2024 when they release Service Update 4, you might want to get it now. And Island Sim Pilot said the same thing because they improved the frame rates and everything. as proven by his demonstration. So elevation's a little off here, but all right, Grand Flat is over there to our left. Which is this over here, I believe. Yep, that was thunder. So I'm hearing thunder. I wonder if we can see lightning during the day. Real world time and weather, by the way. Real world time and weather. 1:26 in the afternoon over here, I believe. I think they're 3 hours behind me. That's a big thing of rain that we're gonna have to figure out in a second. Probably have to go that way, because that's going to reduce my visibility. I'm not going to be very happy about that. How many frames are you pulling out here? 75, 73, 74. Huh. All right, I'm gonna head a little bit more south. Get out some rain. Oh, hear me. Oh, not that far south. Whoa, whoa! How's the autopilot messing up? Alright, let's reset it. See if we get it to work. Vertical speed. Oh, sorry. It's realigning itself. Well, auto got a little bit of way ahead of us there. But we're okay. So Southwest flight up there going to my ADS-B. Oh. Right near that rainbow. Look at that. All right. Once we get around this little cell here, oh, again, a little precipitation on the plane. Let's get around that thing. We'll try to go this way. See if we can make it happen. Severe convective weather in our future too as well, so we'll see what happens. Obviously due to these storms. Yeah, see we're sipping gas here. That's awesome. About 10. Alright, beautiful rainbows. Let's see if we can turn more over the lake here. So let's do that now. Lake's supposed to be right over there, but you can't see it. Then it turns into like a little river from here to Colorado. Alright, we're gonna go straight right through those clouds. It's good. It's good. Alright, I'm entering Cortez right now. So Kilo, Charlie, Echo, Zulu. I won't activate that yet. A little close to these clouds here. Okay, a little bit more south. Oh, south, not north. Yeah, it's rain. Try just going right through it. Not through the rain, but like between this little hole here. After that, hopefully it clears up just a little bit. Maybe not. Maybe it does. Who knows? It's an interesting picture right there. Still legal. We're going around some storms here. I would think there'd be more turbulence right now with these storms, but... Oh, excuse me. A little bit of rain. Alright, I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. Auto, take control of the plane.
I want to do barrel rolls and loop-the-loops, all that kind of stuff. You don't do that kind of flying here.
Good fixins! Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Once again. No yawning a lot. Hey, it's a long weekend for me. I have a lot to yawn. I gotta go back to work tomorrow. I'm still yawning. Still yawning. Because I talk too much on these streams. 57 months! Dude, that's almost been 5 years. Holy shnikes. You've been like an original then. Yeah, I started streaming in June of 2020. And that was like very minimally. But yeah. Well, welcome. We're on a scenic route around Lake Powell, which has turned even more exciting with all this weather around us. The lake is that way, by the way. But we're heading up to Colorado now, to Cortez. And we're going to be dodging these clouds and storms because there's severe convective stuff coming our way. So, should be interesting. And this is a ChatGPT derived flight. I just said, give me an interesting scenic flight. And it did. I also said with VFR weather. Still yawning. Ugh, I'm going to welcome you to the broadcast.
There's a little more room here for the fixins. You know what I'm talking about?
Ooh, we're gonna have a lot of fixins?
We're gonna have so many fixins up in this motherfucker. You clean those fixins up right now.
Going to
Yeah,
release
big
next
boy.
pretty soon.
From now on, you gotta clean
Wanted to be a
up
little
your
bit
own
further north than
fixins.
here, but the clouds are kind of not making that possible, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We're about 33 minutes out of Cortez, and I think I'm going to do a landing there. I feel like doing a landing. So that is a Class Echo. But beautiful scene here. Still yawning. Just talking. I don't know what it is. I'm not like tired. Whenever I get on stream, I'm always like yawning. And like allergies going through the roof. I have no clue what's going on. Yeah, this is a pretty nice area to fly in, just east of the Grand Canyon. This could be an issue if these clouds come up ahead. So maybe down to 5.5 again. Oh, it's like up and down, up and down, up and down. Let's do it again. Down to 5,500. And I think we should be almost okay. We'll see what happens. There's a point up there that's at 6,000 peak. I mean at 6,600 feet. So we'll have to see, but keep an eye out. See what happens. Very crappy weather here in the Northeast, real time. It's done nothing but rain for the past 2 days. It's part of that nor'easter. I think it's the remnants of those hurricanes. So, but we had a crash in New Bedford, Massachusetts. This one, a real world plane went down. It was like a TBM or something like that. Maybe not TBM. I forget what it was. November. Yeah. It was this plane right here. November 111 Romeo Foxtrot. Never made it to Wisconsin. So, but if you play it back here, you can see that it hardly made it out of New Bedford. See replay. That's it. And then this is all estimated because it crashed. You get what I'm saying? But it crashed on 195, which is that highway right there. So if we do that again, I have to rewind it. All right, let me reload the page. That's it. Didn't make it past that point. So there's big investigation going on right now on the highway. Both people in the plane were killed, and one car looked like it got hit a little bit by the plane, and that person's in the hospital. So I'm hoping everything goes well. But the plane does not look good. All right, we're gonna go right over the lake here, or river. It looks like a river, but it's part of the lake in a way, I guess. Gotta keep our eyes out on these little canyons here. Should be right down there. Yeah, they might have. I mean, something like we have heavy winds up here. Like it's like 40-mile-per-hour winds here and there. So I don't know. I mean, I would definitely not be up there in a little plane I fly. This thing was a Cicada actually, TBM 700, and I think people were saying it might have been an Angel flight too, which really that's not cool, you know. So maybe the pressure was on about that, but we're coming very close to this. Wow, I'm gonna sail over that. All right, so listen, I want to get out of here, and I want to go to the north. Looks like the clouds have lifted, so now going back to 9.5, and we're gonna try to get up there. All right, let me do this now, because I don't feel good about this whole thing here. Yeah, it's not that good. So, oops, wrong buttons, Eric. But yeah, I fly to New Bedford a lot. It's like my closest class Delta to Plymouth, so that's a towered airfield. And it looks like they got out of the class Delta. But my guess is that maybe it stalled with the winds, you know. They were heading to Providence. I'm looking at the route right now. Providence, Putnam. I don't know what CTR is anymore, but this was their flight plan. And yeah, they were going to Kenosha, Wisconsin. And it looks like that plane gets around because it's probably a commercial plane. It went like New Bedford to like Burlington to Bedford. Well, it's kind of in Massachusetts, actually. New Bedford to Morristown, New Bedford to Monmouth, New Bedford to Greenville, Spartanburg International. Definitely got around, though. All right, I'm going to head more north now. Try to get back on our original route here. Oh, look at that. Look at those colors. Yeah, of course my wife looks at it. There are people that are not aviation people that were like, oh, what are they doing that weather? But like, I mean, it's all about pilot risk. I wouldn't go in that weather. Let's put it that way. It's pretty bad here.
I want to do barrel rolls and loop the loops.
I see you, NAA007. Thanks for following me on Twitch. I see you, nah, 007. I guess.
007 is now following Eric Flight on Twitch.
Thanks for following me on Twitch. But yeah, that was the excitement of the aviation world here. And I think that got national news. So, but when I looked at it, cause I found the tail number on the wreckage on the picture they showed, and I was like, oh, well, let me look up what that is. You know, get belly on the mixture here. Probably gonna switch the tanks pretty soon too. Whoops. Right about there. But yeah. they'll do a whole investigation, obviously. But he's probably with Providence Approach by that point, or he's switching over pretty soon. So. All right. Well, we're definitely not going too far north though, because those clouds are over there. Try to get some altitude here. It's beautiful land just east of the Grand Canyon. Kind of wish they had the multiplayer traffic here, but it's the beta, and they just released a new beta. Yeah, you won't get the feels of the aircraft, but the actual like mechanics of it, like time and stuff, yeah, it's very much lifelike, because I've done like cross-country flight planning, and it kind of follows the whole thing. And why are we going up so high? So yeah, it does a good job. It definitely will help you, and I definitely like it as a rural pilot. Has definitely prepared me for flights, but we just took this flight today for some scenery to get a flight in again. Also keeps my skills sharp in the Piper Arrow. So I don't know. I want to go flying in November, so I gotta see what I'm gonna fly. I can fly all 7 aircraft at the flight school, so everything but the Citabria. So I get a wide range of choice as long as it's available. But I'm probably gonna have to book that soon because it's October. But yeah, I would say that this is a good way to get into aviation, if you're wondering. So, and thank you to I see you now, 007, for following me on Twitch. But yes, it has the basic things you need to learn, but you won't get the actual feel of the aircraft till you actually get one. We can practice procedures. This is not looking good with these big clouds there, but drat, foiled again. Clouds, clouds, clouds. All right. Well, anyways, good news is it looks like we can still go east. It's just a matter of where. So I head southeast now. But the colors are beautiful. But yeah, that is not looking good. They've already said, yep, oh, they updated it. It killed a husband and wife from Rhode Island, my home state. And one person on the ground was injured and transported to a local hospital. It happened this morning around 8 a.m. I think it was. So they are updating it. Oops. Actually, this is South Coast today, so I don't want to pay for a newspaper, so I have to go to that site. Yeah. All right. Bedford guide. I don't know if this one will show me. Got updated like an hour ago. But I would, New Bedford and I would go there on my night flights to get my 3 landings in to become current at night. And I'd eat at the restaurant that used to be there, but I guess I'm not going there now. But I'll probably go to Taunton Air again. Which, if you saw my YouTube short, you saw that my daughter and I went to the fall festival there, ate there. But yeah, it's not looking good. And obviously it didn't end good. So let me see if I can show this to you. There's the car. Travis got hit by the aircraft a little bit. That's the aircraft. So not good. And that was a Cicada TBM. So expensive plane, aren't they all though? But still, that was a. I don't know if that's a turboprop or not. I thought it was, but I could be wrong on that. Look at the picture of it. This is what the plane looked like. Yeah, it looks like a turboprop because it's got the exhaust for it. That was the plane. That looks like it's at New Bedford. Actually, it says Lubbock, Texas, maybe. Wow. Kind of looks like New Bedford there for a little bit. Yeah, not good. Now I see the people flying over from Rhode Island. Oh, look at this beautiful little valley here. So that Lake Powell goes into this area right here, to these little rivers, tributaries. I'm calling them tributaries because it makes me sound smart. And we're gonna try to get to the north somehow, get to Cortez, but it's not looking good. The colors here are fantastic. Oh my God, it's gorgeous. ChatGPT, thank you. Those reds. Wow. That tone mapping's doing pretty good on OBS too. Alright, we're going to try heading that way because Cortez is a little bit more to the north. We're heading a little bit to the south, which is what I didn't want to do. Let's see what we can do. About there. And I'm probably going to have to drop down to 5.5. Oh crap, it's like up and down with these clouds. Alright, let's try 5.5 and see if we can get any of these clouds. Let's go direct to Cortez here. Now we're going to activate the nav here and see if we can do its thing.
I want to do barrel rolls and loop-the-loop.
George,
all that
116688. Thanks for following me on Twitch. Appreciate it, sir.
dangerous and irresponsible.
Be lawsuits.
Well, who does?
Yeah, we might have to.
George116688 is now following
Kind of
Eric
going on
Flight
the
on
clouds
Twitch.
here. You go to, what I would do is go get a discovery flight at a flight school. At any airport that has a flight school. Take the discovery flight, see if you like it. I already knew I was going to like it, but the discovery flight is where you get in the plane with an instructor. They let you fly it a little bit, with the instructor being the pilot in command. And then you see if you're liking it. And then the next step is to make sure that you qualify for a medical. Because you at least need a third-class medical to get a private pilot certificate. And then after that, you could do what I do, go on basic med. You need the certificate, the third-class medical before, but all that stuff. Yep. So, but if you could do the discovery flight without that, you can just go up with a instructor. You know what I mean? And see if you like it first, because some people, like, I recommend that, because some people have motion sickness and stuff like that. For me, it was more of a, I know I want to do this, I'm just going to prove it to my wife type deal. I mean, I'm in flight sim since I was like 17, 18, so I kind of knew I wanted to do it. We got to get down here. Get down below these clouds. Get down, get down. Oh, that's awesome. I still have that installed, by the way, but I've recently changed to 2024. Just waiting for the 737-800 by PMDG to be released on 2024 sometime. That's the only reason why I have 2020 really installed still. Because the planes that I mostly fly are looking like they're kind of working now in 2024. They have to work on the default ones more. But yeah. But yeah, do the discovery flight either way. They count that counts as hours towards your training too. Because you need a minimum of 40 hours to become a private pilot. But I had a wife and kids and family and all that stuff going on, so it took me quite longer than that, but I knew what I was up against. So, but yeah, minimum 40, average is about 70 something hours to get your private pilot certificate. And then you also want to see what the prices are like. But yeah, discovery flight. Any flight school should offer what they call a discovery flight. They'll go over the plane with you. They'll show you how to pre-flight somewhat, which means checking the plane out before you get in it. And then they'll take off. So, oh, there you go. Oh, cool. I'm more of a GA guy like I do in real life thing, and I'm in the clouds. I'm in the clouds, everybody. Come on, get down. Get down, get down. What's that thing? What are those? Oh, it's houses. Imagine living out here. Holy shnikes. There are people that live out here. Wow. Alright, I'm a little concerned about the elevation. And the monkey. The flying monkey. Very cool. It's good fixing signature thing here. I'm going to go up right through the goalpost there. Because I look like I'm about to crash into this mountain here. So I don't recommend flying like this, by the way. I do not recommend flying like this. But hey, keeps you on your edge. We're going Top Gun on you now. Oh crap. Alright, I don't think we're going to make it. I don't think we're going to make it. I'm going off autopilot. I'm going to go manual. Okay. Well, let's just get through these mountains. Toby, I tracked around so I can see what they look like. Oh yeah, they look gorgeous. It's good! It's like a field goal. Do the uprights. Trim it down. Alright, we're going to head north now. Throttle's all the way up. Minimum pressure 2500. But yeah, definitely go get a discovery flight and check it out. If you know a pilot like me that takes people up after they get to know you a little bit, that's different too. But, oh, don't worry about it, George. Don't worry about it. Thanks for coming in and thanks for following. Appreciate it, sir. There'll be more streams. I'm just saying. There'll be more streams. So I think we can make 5.5 now. Let's put the autopilot back on. Go nav. There will be more streams. Just saying. Toby, I track her off. Yeah, we gotta keep our eyes peeled for things like that, because I'm gonna be a little bit lower. And we'll see what happens. But these peaks out here are supposed to be at like 4,600, so I'm gonna be about 1,000 off the ground. It's just to stay below these clouds. Be heading more east in a second. Plane meet ground. Nope, do not. Do not meet the ground. We don't even have to go over this thing. Alright. Anyways, that little river. This is called the San Juan River coming up that we're going to see. Boy, I'm not happy about this at all. Alright, I'm going to get the weather at Cortez. 135625. That's the same thing as Plymouth, I think. Pretty sure it is. 10 inches. Heavy rain. Oh, this is going to be an interesting landing. South, south. 29092. Standard pressure, huh? I'm gonna go manual. I'm not feeling good about that. Alright, back to guard for a second. I would do the guard command, but I have no choice but to fly this plane first. And that was a close one. That was, yeah. That was not good. Not liking 5.5. Not liking it. Back to autopilot. Go back to nav. And altitude of 5,500. Speed down. I'm go very slow on that. Minus 100. Yep, we're doing a little Top Gun maneuvering today. You always feel like, what the hell is this plane doing flying so low? It's amazing that people live out here. We're heading direct to Cortez as long as my autopilot's working, which it seems to be. So. But alright, should be there in about 13 minutes. They said heavy rain though, so we're going to have to see that. Also, we're going to have to increase our altitude to 7,500. If we can't make it, I'm just going to turn around and head back. So, but this is very hairy right now. I don't think I'd do this one in real life. I guess we're doing some canyon flying today. Oh, totally doing some canyon flying.
I feel the need.
I guess.
Need for speed.
I feel like staying alive. How's that? Oh, this is not good. Alright, we have a big mountain coming up. It's Sleeping Ute Mountain. I think I read that right. Here, you can see the sectional for yourself. So we're out here, and it's going to go up. Ute Peak. Yeah, so we're going to have to, like, figure something out, because that's that big mountain that's out there. And they said, what were the winds? 181. Runway 21. 21. I'm going to do my crosswind component in a second. I think I can go at 75, so let's do that. 181 at 12. Are you seeing this? Oh yeah. Okay, good. 181. 12. What's the runway? 321. Alright, they want me to do runway 21, headwind of 11, crosswind of 5. Yeah, so not the easiest landing, but it's still within limits. So runway 21. Nope. Hey, what are you doing? That just went nuts. Okay, I'm going to close you down because you're just turning around there. Alright, we're climbing to, well, we were climbing to 75. Now it's not. Now it is. Get some altitude, go around this mountain. We're going to land 2-1. We might have to go that way. And we have to watch out. Well, it's a lot of rain there. It's a 10 inches heavy rain. 10 miles. I said 10 inches. I'm like, not paying attention here. Yikes. Alright. I guess I'll do an instrument landing there if I have to. Have TT, you guys. TikTok. I do have TikTok, but I hardly use it. I post shorts up there. Mainland Fallen. And if you are a bot, I will be banning you, so get back to me if you're not. Alright, back to guard. You know what we do here. We do this command. Back to guard.
You're on guard with
Alright. So it's either go south or go north of here. And there's rain all over. Maybe I can go 9.5. It looks like I can go. I think just the rain is the hard part here. It's 9,500. Will barely take us over that mountain, by the way. Barely. But I'd rather have some altitude. Problem is that they have that overcast alert, like 4,000. So I think it's going to be safer to go around the mountain and see what we're dealing with. So I'm going to go heading again. Using my electronic flight bag, as you can see, to help me navigate here. Heading. I'm going to head this way. And if we can't land there, we can't land there. So I'm not going to push it today. As we land at Cortez, Colorado. I don't even know where the border was. Oh, we're about to cross the border. Speak of the devil, we're in Utah and we're about to cross into Colorado. Four Corners is south of us, which is where all 4 states kind of meet there. I think they call it Four Corners. I could be wrong on that. But yeah. Make sure it has to be. Well, it wouldn't be a stream. I have to blow my nose again. I'll be right back. Auto, take over. Not the best flying today for VFR, but yeah, we'll try our best. That little valley there, see the Airport elevation's 5,900, so we want to be about 7,000. Digi Driver, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast, my friend. We're landing at Cortez, Colorado, and lots of rain, hopefully. If not, I'm going to turn this thing around and go back to Page, Arizona. But how are you, sir? Happy Sunday, by the way. I saw your message after. Now that it's Monday. Yeah.
Let me ask you something. When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No,
Just saying.
no, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
Alright, I think we're going to hold it 7.5, because there's no way we're getting to 9.5. Alright, 7.5. Let's do this. Here we go. Alright. Stay at 7.5. There's this big mountain here, too. So, yep. But I had the day off, like everyone else did in my district for school, so it's a pretty good day. It's been crappy weather though, like the past, like yesterday and today. So, yeah, we do. We have crap load. We had a plane go down. I was just talking about this a little early in the stream at New Bedford, Massachusetts. There's a plane that departed and crashed on the Route 195 highway shortly after taking off. So they're investigating all that stuff now. But 2 people in the plane did not make it, and there's 1 person in a car that looks like it got hit by the plane that's in a hospital right now. So it has not been the best day. But the winds here up here, we're having our nor'easter right now, so they're like 30-40 miles per hour. So that's a lot, you know. I wouldn't be up in the air today, in the northeast at least. So. Yeah. They said those 2 people were a husband and wife from Rhode Island, I think it was. This husband and wife. So, fixed wing engine Staccato TBM 700. Yes, that is a turboprop. Crashed in the Woodline 195 west prior to Reed Road. And it was a 68-year-old. Oh, they already released names. So it was Thomas Agatha Perkins of Middletown, Rhode Island. They were in the 60s. And they died at the scene. That sucks. And that car did get hit by a portion of the plane. The NTSB is right down there now, so yeah, which is why people don't understand, but they can't touch anything. So I think the time is going to be service update 4. I got to be honest with you. So I think service update 4 is going to make things change. I would not develop scenery for 2020. I'd make sure it's 2024 compliant first. So this is not looking that good, but I'd rather go north of the airport here. There's a crap load of rain. This is Sleeping Ute Mountain off our right here. So, but man, this has been a scenic route. I had ChatGPT design me a scenic route just east of the Grand Canyon. Not that I told it that, but it tried giving me a route in the northeast and said, but today's not VFR weather. I'm like, no crap, really. So a lot of this is rain, so that's what we're going into now. Visibility is supposed to be 10, but we cut that in half if there's rain. Let's call it 5, so we're still legal. This is a class Echo that we're going into. And this is Colorado, everyone. I'm going to go a little bit more to the south. Exactly, yep, I did that. I did that with my WB sim with the old 172 from MS. That's the only thing I dealt with.
Stand to battle station.
Could be a red alert time. Could be. Yeah. We heard thunder earlier in the broadcast too, so we'll see what happens. I'm using my electronic flight bag here, and this is barely legal. That rain really cuts down that visibility, like I said. But I think it's 3 in an Echo. I could be wrong on that. VFR. I think it's 3. Visibility. Requirements. Class Echo. 3 statute miles of flight visibility below 10,000. Yep. Cloud clearance is still the same. 500 feet below, 1,000 feet above, and 2,000 feet horizontal. So this is legal. Yep. Again, the rain just cuts down on that. We're going to head a little bit more in the north now because it looks like we're about to head into the mountain. But I'm going to try to keep it at 7.5. Let's see if I can get that right on 7.5. Yeah, nice rainbow. I'm going to worry more about the landing right now. I'm going to land on runway 2, what was it? 22? 21. And I also have to get my radio here, 122.8. It's the CTAF is the same, so that's it. So, alright. Cortez traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot. We're about 9 nautical miles to the west. I'm going to set up a right base for runway 22. Full stop and taxi back, Cortez. Yeah, I'm not sure about that little hill right there. A little bit more in the north. Oh God, this is some weather, I'll tell you that. Woo! Not advisable, no. Really? You're just gonna deload it, huh? I'm still leaving mine in there, but I can see why you might. Service update 4, they just came up with a new beta to this morning, so. And the reason why this works so well now, though, is because I upgraded my computer system. So, you know, you do have to. Oh, we just had some lightning. Just had some lightning out there. Keep an eye out. I got you. Back to alert. Okay, my friend. Yeah. Anywho, I'm gonna go direct to Cortez right now. Maybe about 5 miles out. That sets up that magenta line, which will help me get in there. We do want to be about 7,000 feet, so I'm going to stay at 7,500 here. Oh, more lightning. Crap. Wow. Yeah, this is not advisable. Not. Cortez traffic. Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot. 5 nautical miles to the northwest. Setting up a right base entry for runway 21 Cortez. Just had lightning. Fucked off that thing. Oh crap! Wow! Everyone see that? Well, this just became very interesting. But yeah, this is legal. It looks a lot less visibility when you're in the cockpit, but did you hear that? Yeah. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Did you hear that? That's coming from the simulator, everybody. Oh, damn! It's okay. It's fine. That thing almost hit me. That lightning almost hit me. Woo! Yeah. Yikes. There's Cortez over there. Oh, let's see what we can do. Let's see what damage we can do. Anyways, this does have a plate on it. It does for Cortez. Alright, so turn off to the right for 2-2. 2-1. Is it 2-2 or 2-1? No, it's 2-1. Okay. This will not be the easiest landing. It's not the hardest either, though. Last night, off stream, I flew the 152 to New Jersey, even though it was terrible weather. And when I went to go land in Atlantic City, my ground speed was literally 30 knots when I went for a landing. I had to land that thing like a helicopter. And that was with full throttle, by the way. I mean, it was a 152, but yeah, this is quite interesting. We're gonna extend the.
Gotta make it so. Make it so.
Make it so. I won't uninstall 2020 for a little bit, but its day will come. You know. I guess. I don't know. I might just leave it in now. I have the space for now. I can see why someone would uninstall for space though. Cortez traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, 3 nautical miles north of the airfield. We're intercepting a right base for runway 21, full stop and taxi back, Cortez. Alright, taking it El Manuel. Here we go. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, I just used that MSFS add-ons linker, but I will say that 2024 Tokyo track run. Alright, gas. I'm gonna switch to the left. Pump on, left. Pump off, undercarriage, under 129. To slow this thing down a little bit. We're good. Oh, I forgot I disabled the TH1. Undercarriage, I'm gonna have to turn this tight here. Mixture. Drop. We are at a high density altitude airport here. To about 50. Cortez is right there actually. Let's get some flaps in. So gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, flaps, switches. Yeah, we're gonna need this. Again, full flaps, throttle out. Mixture's gonna stay where it is. Oxygen is advised at like 10,000 feet. Definitely 12,000. I think 12,500 is where they definitely want you to start using it. And it's required at 14.5 and above. I could be wrong on that. It's been a while. But Cortez traffic, Aero 3 Echo Foxtrot. Final runway 21. Full stop taxi back Cortez. I can't remember, but above 10,000 is really what starts affecting you somewhat. So a lot of people put it on at 10,000. My trim wheel just messed up big time. Okay, let's get some throttle now. Look a little more decent. We're on the Glasgow. I can get in the middle here though. I've never been to Cortez in the simulator at all. We're a little slow right now. I'm gonna back off the flaps to 25 degrees. See that little gust here? Wind coming from my right, so I'll just put the aileron a little bit there. Throttle out. This is a heavy aircraft, so it handles a little bit better than the 172s and stuff. Okay, come on. Touchdown, baby. I got the elevator all the way back. Oh, that was a little tough. Yeah, huh? Yeah. 10,000 is when you start thinking about, wow, that stuffed on a dime. Uh-oh, what did I do? Parking brake came on. How'd the parking brake come on? That's weird. Alright, I'm gonna taxi off to the right here. Flaps up. Yeah, 12.5 I would definitely start using it. And 14.5 I think you're required to. I again double check that. I could be wrong on that. We're gonna turn off at Alpha 2 because that's the next one up ahead. Okay. Then we're gonna go back to Page, Arizona. Dot some clouds and do our thing here, and then our flight's done for today. Yeah, it's pretty nice out here. It's a lot of rain. See all that stuff, that gray stuff coming down? That'd be rain. We're gonna taxi over here, taxi back to the runway. Here we go. I'm gonna call clear here. I'm gonna clear up the plane as well. Cortez traffic, Aero 3 Echo Foxtrot clear runway 21. Cortez. Look at that rainbow, huh? Alright, parking brake on for 1 second. I'm gonna get outside the plane for a second and take a picture of my Tony eye tracker too. Wow, huh? Yeah, that's a nice picture. Look at that one, the rainbow. Alright, I'm taking pictures and not cleaning up the plane. Alright, now I will clean up the plane. I'm gonna be at like 1,000. Alright, checklist. You can see this stuff, right? Yeah, okay. Flaps up, fuel pump. I should have put it on, but it's off. Strobe, so I'm gonna leave off. Landing light off. Taxi lights on. Mixture, pitot heat, trim set for takeoff. You have to do that. Is a rainbow too. Yep, the simulator, if the conditions are right, will put in rainbows. So, good there. All right, we're gonna taxi back to runway 21. So let's take the parking brake off. Head down. All right. Cortez traffic, Aero 3 Echo Foxtrot, taxiing via Alpha 1 to runway 21. Cortez. Okay, I also want this to go to Page. Arizona, PGA. It's an easy one to remember. Not a golf fan, believe it or not. I've gone golfing like 4 times in my life. And I'm not a good golfer at all. Probably because I only done it 4 times in my life. But I can't even watch golf. Like, you know how they show golf on TV? Cannot watch golf at all. That's a nice picture too. Got some mountains and everything. Look at that. It's hard to taxi mode this. I have the frame gen on, so that's why my wheels are looking like that right now. Help me solve that. Let me get a 5090. Donations are welcome. Alright, I should probably have the aileron to the right because you see the wind is clearly coming over there, so that's why we were skidding maybe a little bit. But yeah, I went to the user config because the AMD 9950X 3D allows me to crank everything, like max settings and then beyond. So I went to the user config and made the level of detail go in a wider radius. So things look a lot better. Cause my biggest complaint about this too, after buying the computer, was that some of the stuff looked blurry, like it wasn't loading in right away, but now it does a beautiful job. So, but if possible, I do recommend getting a very powerful computer because it's night and day over the i9 9900K I had, which wasn't a sleeping computer. Just that I was 6 years old. Yeah, it's about six years and some months since I built it. So, but my son Zach has that now. We don't have to do a run up because we just did a taxi back here. So we're gonna come right here. Toby eye tracker on. Look to be clear. We have some birds out there though. Birds. That's an add-on. That doesn't come with the simulator. All right. Strobe, landing, fuel pump, and we're good. All right. We're gonna call it Cortez traffic. Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot departing runway 21. Departure to the west. Cortez. Okay. My mixture is good because I cleaned that up after. So we should be good to go. I did update all my specs on the Twitch panels below. Not that anyone ever looks at those. But, oh, look at that. It's going down the runway now. Hopefully it stays that. That'll help me on the takeoff here. Always want to take off into the wind, if you don't know. Alright, we're in the middle. Rotate 70, climb at 90. Track the gear when there's no more available runway ahead of us. Full throttle, here we go. See, that's coming from directly ahead. We'll take a turn to the left actually, then down with the taxigrass runway. If we have a problem, landing directly ahead if we're 6,400 below. So. Alright, and rotate. We're off. I have to remember to hit the gear lever in the plane because I turned off my regular TH1. 90. Gear up. It's a left turn out of here, so I'm probably going to depart straight out. Yeah, so rain right there in that mountain. We got to watch out for it too. I want to go at 8.5, so we'll see if we can do that, but as we know, it's kind of hard. If I go straight, I go right through the mountain too, so that might be nice. That was Cortez. These are max settings plus 2024. I'm still using the 3090 I had before, which is not a slouch either. So. Set my heading for this. So if I want to put the autopilot on, I can. Got a little overworked there. I didn't have Allison say descent. Okay, let's keep the heading thing on. So that does it. Oops, we gotta keep climbing though. Oh, I'm hanging outside the plane, everybody. There you go, Toby eye tracker off. Vertical speed. Oh. No, I hit escape. No escape for you. We're good now. 8.5. Vertical speed, get up there. Alright, autopilot is engaged. Autopilot. I just spelled that wrong.
Automatic pilot.
By the way, that landing's on negative 108 at 47 knots. Not too bad. The wind was 200 degrees and 16 knots. So I'll take that. Alright, we're gonna try to get around that mountain a little bit.
I'll go back to
Some
the
altitude. Before we do that, let's lean up the mixture a little bit if we can. Which we can. I'll get you that oxygen use, by the way, in a second. So, oxygen requirements, pilot, aviation. So, they recommend you supplemental oxygen at altitudes above 10,000 feet. So I was correct on that. And require fuel. Oh yeah, that's right. It goes by time. Require crew to use oxygen after 30 minutes at altitudes between 12,500 and 14,000, and immediately above 14,000 feet, not 14,500. So yeah. But that's why I said around 10,000 feet, you want to start thinking about taking some oxygen. So I've never been that high in a general aviation aircraft, believe it or not. So highest I've been, I think it's 8.5. So it's general aviation pilots who tend to stay down a lot more. Sleeping Ute Mountain right there. Let's take a picture of it. Sleeping Ute Mountain. And we're gonna be back to Page, Arizona, where we're gonna see a thing there. But hey, if we want to see the four corners of the states here, talking Utah, Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona, there's that monument there. Why don't we head straight out? Because we're heading right towards it. I think we should do that. They're deloading. Let me know how much space you saved. Boy, it looks like good weather out there too. Still have clouds, but Sleeping Ute Mountain. That peak is at 9,900 feet over there. I'll clear it up a little bit. We saved a little time on the way here because we followed the river more. It's more of a direct route. But all right, fuel pump off. Manifold pressure down to 25. That's good. 2550 on the RPMs. Mixture is good. All right, we're at 8.5, heading west. All right, land. I'll go back to Page in a second. I'm going to visit the four corners here. We're going to go a little bit more to the west here. Yeah, it's been really scenic. Oh, cool. Yeah, I got that because you're streaming and you only download what you need. The other thing is, I'm going to be honest with you. With this new whole setup, computer setup, I went to ChatGPT and said, give me the optimal user config.opt configuration for this system. And I put all my specs in, and it spit out some really good stuff, dude. Like, I'm really a big fan of ChatGPT and asking it to help me configure my system. It's amazing. Like, I asked if I could max out everything before I even got this computer built. And they're like, oh yeah, you can max it out. You probably can even go a little bit above that by adding the user config, which I knew about that, but I didn't want to push it. But now I've pushed it big time, and like, this is nothing for my processor. And that's only because there's not like big skyscrapers and stuff, buildings. But we're typically around 70 to 90 frames per second. This is 78 right now, and that's with tessellation factor better and everything like that. So it makes the but yeah, run your specs through there and say, give me the best user config for whatever you want. You can say GA flying, airliners, or a little bit of both. I said with a crap load of add-ons. Like, literally said crap load of add-ons, and it said, oh, well, you want to dial it down to this. And it gives you a reason for everything. Totally amazing, dude. And it was very accurate. Very accurate. But anyways, we're going to go to the place where the four states meet out here. Oops. I just did that wrong. He's doing heading. Autopilot's not on because I had heading off. So now that makes sense. All right, we're gonna go to the 4 place. We're gonna see if that monument's there too.
What you gonna do when
Pilotmania!
on you, brother?
I still have to buy that shirt someday. I just found a crap load of my old shirts that I bought, like the Remove Before Flight one. I can't sell it anymore because someone has a trademark on Remove Before Flight on clothing. So I had to take that down. They weren't very nice about it, so I got a strike on that on Etsy, which is the problem with Etsy. Because I had that shirt on there for like years, no problem. And it's like they don't even give you a chance. If someone filed a trademark and they report you, they like give you a strike automatically. So I've always tried to check trademarks. That trademark was not there when I made that shirt. So, but I'm allowed to sell it on Remove Before Flight on other things, just not shirts and stuff. Certain things I can, certain things I can't. But I'm not gonna file a $200 trademark for a thing that's not making me that much money. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a I put it up there. I try to make money and flying whatever I can. I'm not after like millions of dollars. But if anyone wants to buy millions of dollars product, please do, and do all that. But all right, we're going to the place where the 4 states meet: Utah, Colorado, Arizona, New Mexico. I know there's a monument down there for that too. And it's on the sectional, so I'm just saying. Whew, let me see if I can pull up that monument. So, Utah, Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, monument. That's what I'm going to enter into Google. That's the mark where the 4 states meet. 4 Corners Monument, it is. Yeah. All right, you ready? I got the Wikipedia up here. This is where we're going. 4 Corners Monument marks the quadra point, Southwest United States. Autopilot's off, actually. Give me a second. Oh, wow. Autopilot's acting funky. Alright, hopefully that works now. Man, the autopilot's working better, too. I don't know what's going on. Alright, I'll just read it from here. It's the only point in the United States shared by 4 states, leading to the area being named for the 4 Corners region. Monument, which shows you each state right there, also marks the boundary between 2 semi-autonomous Native American governments, the Navajo Nation, which maintains the monument as a tourist attraction, and the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe Reservation, which is obviously named after that mountain that we just passed. So, the origin of state boundaries marked by the monument occurred just prior to and during the American Civil War. 1860s, the lines were surveyed and marked. The markers placed became the legal boundaries, superseding the written descriptions because they were a little bit off in the 1860s. Pretty cool. Right, the current marker looks like this. So literally, like, that's right on the point there. The exact 4 corners point placed in 1992. And obviously, we're a lot more accurate nowadays. That's cool. So that's what we're going to overfly. 8,500. And, that's interesting, huh? That was cool. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, we got to go there. And you can, look, you could stand in all 4 states at the same time, like this kid did. That's a 1962 reconstruction. So he has his hands in each state there and 2 feet there. Now it's 1962. That's cool. I bet you a lot of people do that. But alright, we're going to see if we can see any type of monument from the air here. And God, it is gorgeous again. Wow. Page, Arizona is about an hour out from here, but that's okay. We'll make it happen. It's all about taking a scenic flight today. The Ute Mountains are out there, so that's named after the Native American tribe. The Navajo probably controlled south of that. We're gonna fly right at the point of 4 states. I'm guessing it's here, but I could be wrong. Very cool. Let's take the drone cam out. Let's take the drone cam out. Alright, I'm gonna beat it. Here we go. Hopefully everything survives. See if we can have any monument there. Still gonna overfly it, but this highway goes towards the monument, which is a little bit off the beaten path here. Okay. So there's a river. The monument. Oh, there it is. There you go, right? Yeah, there it is. That is the monument. Pretty cool, huh? I can't see my plane from here, but it's still flying, obviously, because we're moving back with the drone cam. But yeah, you come right off the highway and you go right to here, and this is the point. Cool. I'm gonna take one more picture. We'll overfly that. At least you know what we're looking for now. Very cool. Yep, I had the drone cam on. Oh, cool. We're back in there. It's right there. Well, you don't see that every day. Never saw that in the simulator or in real life. So that's it. All right, let's try to veer a little bit more to the right so we fly right over it. Very cool. See if this evens out there. Yep. All right. So much for what people do on the ground. I'm gonna go directly ahead. Yep. Moving to the left. Very cool. Then we're gonna immediately head west. Try to get through these clouds. Very cool to see this all the time. This is a bonus. I didn't even think about this till I was thinking, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's a monument down there. That monument is on the Utah side, probably. So we're over Colorado right now. We're going to head into Arizona, and this is Utah. And New Mexico's off our left that way. So New Mexico, Utah, actually Utah's this way, I'm sorry. Flying right over the monument in Utah. And now we'll go to Arizona. That's cool. Got some traffic on the highway as well. Boy, that is kind of special to see from the air. All right. Anyways, we're gonna head to Page, Arizona. For one more picture. One more picture. There we go. All right, we're gonna head to Page, Arizona. See where we end up here. Switch it to nav. We're about an hour out from Page. We'll stay at. Wait. Why are we at 9.5? 9,300. What the? Oh, because the vertical speed was off. I'm sorry. All right, go back down to 8.5. And we're in Arizona, but we will be crossing back into Utah. No, actually, let me see what happens here. Direct. No, we're going to be hugging the Arizona-Utah border. That's what we're going to do. We're also going to go down to 6.5 because we got to get into these clouds here. And vertical speed's going to be a lot more because we got to get down 1,000 feet per second. Minute, I mean. Alright, manifold's good. 2,500's good. Mixture. Right about there. Actually, keep descending. We're going to go to 45 minutes. I'm trying to get me these clouds right now. I don't know if that's going to do it, but we'll see. Just wondering if you can see the monument from there. Probably not. Looks like this. Those things covering it up. Not happy with these clouds here. Alright. We definitely don't want to go any lower than 6.5 if possible. Oh man, look at these rays though. Sun reflected off these clouds. Or I should say haze. It's more of a haze. Here we go. Alright, I was getting a little nervous there. We gotta watch this altitude here. Things are at like 5,200-ish here. There's a peak that's at 5,600 off our left though. And I'm gonna go that way. I'm gonna go heading. Go a little bit more to the north. Oops. Come on now. Nope. Stop it. Alright, heading. Go more this way. Boy, that was a nice little tour though, huh? That might not be totally legal, but... And I guess we are going to cross into Utah. We're literally on the border of Utah and Arizona, so... And I don't want to go much lower than that, if possible. Here's hoping it clears up a little bit up ahead. I'm gonna try to go this way and then round. Alright, any airports I can see. Cayenta, 0 Victor 7. 119.325. See if we can get some weather there. See what it's saying. It's a little south of us. Monument Valley coming up too. Alright, how we looking? Good, good. Mixture. Mentioning. But it's been a nice stream. Just saying. And I appreciate you all being here with me. Thank you. I applaud you. Alright, we're burning the left. I'm going to stay on the left for a little bit. Keep this thing kind of going here. I want to get around this. Wish I could get more altitude. Definitely have some stronger winds here as well. Again, push that 142 knot ground speed, not too shabby. This thing's a little less powerful than a Cirrus SR22. What's that? There's an Indian village up there. Over here somewhere. Some Native American village up there. Oh, excuse me. I'd be right here actually. Some of these things on the sectional. You should probably take down the tablets. You can actually see the stuff. Some standing water there. Alright. Might have to go a little further north. And go in there. Hopefully we can climb somewhere there. That's what I'm hoping. Let's go a little bit more north. Little deviation.
Possible pilot deviation, advise you contact Las Vegas approach at. I'll give you the number when you're ready to copy.
Not ready to copy. I'm flying.
Just saying. Just flying. Sounded like a ding from an airliner. Phone is not charging. Phone is not charging. Anyway, what's charging now? Alright, what am I on? I'm on a cable. Oh. Alright, we go this way after and hopefully get some altitude somewhere along the way. Been storm clouds here and there. We had some lightning going to Cortez. That was quite interesting. And then we got to see the four corners where all four states meet. Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and New Mexico. This has been a very nice flight. More to the west. Or I should say south. Imagine living all the way out here. Wow. Those are real buildings. I mean, I don't know if they're houses or not, but what's this thing? That's interesting. Something just crossed my mind. I'll look it up. There are still wild buffalo in America. Because I was thinking, like, man, I wonder if there would be buffalo out here. There's a wild and free-roaming population in Yellowstone. And then other significant populations can be found on public lands managed by national, well, maybe not managed right now, but tribal lands as well. Though many more bison are privately owned. Oh, interesting. Efforts are underway to restore and expand free-roaming bison herds on tribal, state, and federal lands. That would be an amazing sight to see, I think. Because this is definitely plains areas where, you know, you might see buffalo back in the 1800s. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, looks like we're getting a little bit better. Let's get up here. 8.5 again. I don't like being this low. Can you tell? Vertical speed going up. And there's more rain out there in the distance. You're porting over. Ooh, that's a lot. Do that. Oh, well, the PMDG's up there too. I can't even get the PMDG to work out of LA. And that's with my setup with a lot of RAM and everything. Like, I just don't understand. I got it to push back. The furthest I've gotten it now is to push back, and I started taxiing, and I did a takeoff, and then right after I got out of LAX, about 500 feet above, it crashed the desktop. So I'm hoping that will not happen in 2024. I'm really like 2024. I didn't know if I was going to like the streaming, but even that with the advanced setup here that I have now has not been a problem. So just saying. Been quite interesting. And I just changed out my Ethernet cable for my streaming laptop. I was only downloading at about 80 megabytes, which made no sense to me because I thought I had a Cat 8 cable and I thought my settings were a lot better than that. But then I bought a new Cat 8 and now I'm up to like 200, 300 megabytes per second. So, but yes. Full speed ahead. I think we're good until we get to that rain out there in the distance. Let's make this go direct now. Yeah. We're about 45 minutes out of Page here, so we're also climbing, so it's probably less than that. Look at these beautiful colors, though. This has been one hell of a flight. You have to. I have two cats. Oh boy. Number one, make it so. Make it so, and let's buckle up now that we have some altitude.
From home interface.
Jarvis is fully on board.
Importing all preferences from home interface. Systems are now fully operational.
We're on our way. We're still climbing for another 500 feet. I'm going to lean up the mixture a little bit too. Right about there. Looking good. I'm going to double check things. Suction's good. Alternator. Where are you again? Over here. Charging. Fuel flow's good. This thing sips gas. This has like 70 gallons of gas in it. So, like literally, it could be 5-6 hours in this thing. I'd say 5 safely, 6 kind of pushing it. But that's why I love this Arrow. I love the Arrow, but I've done a lot of mixture of flying different aircraft. We had the Cessna 172 yesterday, the 152. Did I take the 152 the other day? No, I took the Beechcraft, B-35 Bravo, the Dr. Killer. I took that, but man, we've flown like 3 different aircraft, 3 different companies. Beechcraft, Cessna. I think the Cessna still on Beechcraft. I think they do. And then Piper today. So, but it is getting dark here in the Northeast. That sucks. I love it when the sun sets at like 9 o'clock. You know, just me. Beautiful scenery. Oh, I'm taking pictures galore here. You got reds, orange, yellows. Alright, Page in about 43 minutes. Yeah, it's a little bit better over here. Look at those clouds behind us. God, all these pictures are just gorgeous. It's like all this color, you know? And you're seeing pretty good tone mapping, because like I finally used OBS tone mapping about a couple streams back, and it's a lot better than me trying to match it. But with the HDR graphics on my monitor, it looks a little bit more natural. That looks a little bit more saturated, but it still looks awesome. Yeah. Oh man, what's the outside air temperature? Oh, it's about 50. I got a little heat on. See, I have these things halfway. But you also have vents down here that you would tug. If you want cabin air, you pull it off. So I probably want to pull that off. Hey, look, it's Monument Valley. How cool is that? Man, this is scenic. Wow. If you don't know what Monument Valley is, it's a bunch of give me a second. It's a bunch of I don't know what you call them. They'll come back to me. Give me a second. But formations, there you go. So this is the things that you see on the startup of 2024 out here. But So anyways, is a region of the Colorado Plateau characterized by a cluster of sandstone buttes. I think you call them buttes. With the largest reaching 1,000 feet above the valley floor. Some of them are the most famous butte formations located in northeastern Arizona, along the Utah-Arizona state line, which is exactly what we're seeing over here. So, the valley is considered sacred by the Navajo Nation, the Native American people within whose reservation it lies. So yeah. That's awesome, dude. I've never seen Monument Valley in the simulator either. Cool, huh? I think it's awesome. Let's get a little view here. Very cool. I think I have software for this. So this might be 2020 scenery. Let me just double check. Could have sworn I had some really high def. Yeah. Really high def Monument Valley scenery here. It's freeware. So we'll see what it looks like in 2024. Hopefully it's okay. Might be doubling though, now that I'm looking at it. No, oh well. You can imagine, right? If it doesn't work good, then I'll take it out later. We'll see what happens. Pretty cool to see that. "36 minutes to page." Man, you got a lot of it here, huh? Yeah, it could be doubling, could be interactive 2024's default scenery. So I should probably take it out after for 2024. Huh. I don't know, let's stick the drone cam up there so it looks different. Maybe I'll load it. Yeah, still got some loading to do. No, that's on CTAF. Yeah. Looks very pale, whereas 2024 probably does it better. Yeah, so I'm gonna uninstall that next time. Well, that kind of sucks, but you can get the idea, right? Colors are a little off. I have to uninstall that for 2024. This is what it should look like. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was even gonna be in Monument Valley. Dope. Oh well, I'll do better next time. Return to the aircraft. We'll see. See what happens. You can still see that it's Monument Valley. Clearly it's not working in 2024. 33 minutes to page. There is a airport out here. Monument Valley. It's a private airport though. It's in the private airport to our off our right wing somewhere. But heck, you could probably just land somewhere around here if you wanted to. Excuse me. You're allowed to as long as it's away from civilization. So. Is it risky? Yeah, a little bit, because you don't know what the terrain is like down there. Yeah, sorry about Monument Valley. I had the freeware installed, and honestly, it's not gonna work as good as 2024. So pretend that white is kind of more of a brownish stuff. I'm gonna blow my nose again while we go by this pale white, ghosty Ghosty? Ghosty? Oh, Monument Valley. Alright, we're back. Well, I can still tell it's Monument Valley. That's the good news. It's white because the graphics that are used on the freeware are not as good as the default. Kind of reminds me when we went past Chimney Rock when we did the Oregon Trail flights. Except these are huge. Alright, 31 minutes to Page. Lake Powell, by the way, would be the north of us. But I guess we took a more scenic route here. Still kind of cool to see them, just kind of bummed. Nope. The uninstall Monument Valley, excuse me, I'm going to take it out now. Not out of the simulator, but out of the loading there. See what I'm doing there? I got everything. It's on like 3 different things in my 2024 only sceneries here, so. But I got a lot of it. Alright, anyways. The United States. And it would be Arizona? I don't know which one it's under. It's under Nevada. Could be Utah. Not seeing it there. Monument, Arizona. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna take that out. So next time I load up here, it won't look like that. But it is what it is. Monument Valley. Should look like that. And if anything, 2024 looks a lot better. I think that's the default scenery right there. Yeah,
Oh, drat these computers. They're so naughty and so complex. I could pinch them.
that will not be loaded in future 2024 scenes. What a nice flight still. Now we will see Lake Powell coming up off our right. We also see the rain again. And this is that Navajo mountain that we saw before. So we've made a complete turnaround here. Oh, got some lightning too. Did you see that? Looked like there was lightning there. So the storms are still out here. Keep an eye on. Check it out. And this stream is officially longer than I thought it would be, but that's cool. I don't mind that at all. So, got some storm clouds. All right, man. I'll come to your kitchen with you. You have any food? Oh man, storm clouds up ahead. There was some lightning I saw. So. Just saying, get ready for it. Over here is Monument Valley Airport. So that's a private airport, but you could probably call it in there. That'd be Monument Valley, which again it's kind of ruined by the freeware scenery I used to have. Well, I do have, but I deactivated for 2024 in the future. Damn it. I didn't even know I was going to go past Monument Valley today. Got some houses down there. This doesn't look like it's loading in. What's up with that? Oh, it took a while to load in. Google Map imagery here. Not really loading in that well. It's kind of overlapping here, though, to be honest with you. 29 minutes to go. Ground speed, we have a little bit of a headwind or something here because it's a little slower going back to Page than it was going from Page. I don't know what that is out there, but it looks like a mountain. Could be Grand Flat. But that's the Navajo Mountain right there, so kind of cool to see. Lots of rain again. Be prepared for rain.
There she was, top class fraud. Me, a lowly pilot with no direction to follow. It was a bleak, dreary day.
Just saying, could be a lot of rain here. All right, so we should be safe over these peaks here. That's 6.5. Also gonna change our fuel. We're on the left. We're gonna go to the right. Fuel pump on. Change to right. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure holding. There's a golden trading post back there somewhere. Head was itchy. It's kind of giving me like a Young Guns vibe here. A little bit of a Young Guns vibe, just saying. Some nice vegetation there. I'll try sharing my first screenshot if I can. If I can. Screenshots. I'm gonna share one right now. You ready? On Volanta, that is. I didn't know it was tracking all the screenshots I was taking, but it's kind of cool to see that stuff. So, 2 selected, max of 3. Can't be greater than 10 megabytes of flags. Okay, that ain't gonna help because I'm at 4K and all that stuff. So I'd have to resize it, which I'm not gonna do. I guess if I paid for Volanta, we could do that. But look at these little butts there. Butte butts. Look at that one. Wow. What nice scenic scenery here. And that's looking into Arizona, by the way, because we're in Utah, but we're right on the border. That is cool. Man, this kind of sounds like a good soundtrack to our flight here. absolutely gorgeous scene. We're about to hit rain again. I would recommend this flight though. Page to Cortez, Colorado and back. Third flight day in a row. Unheard of in my world, but we had Monday off. So if you just tuned in, we're on our way back to Page, Arizona, after flying out to Cortez, Colorado. It was supposed to be following the Lake Powell flight, but we hit a lot. We hit 4 corners. We're New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Colorado meet. We saw Monument Valley, even though it's kind of ruined by my freeware scenery that I just will not have installed for now. We're getting some rain on the windshield here. Slight rain. That's not rain. That's a marking on my monitor. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. Navajo Mountain out there in the distance. And we're killing it. We're going to be doing our final landing in about 21 minutes. What is pattern altitude at Page? It's about 5,300 feet. ASOS 120.625. See if we get any weather yet. Ooh, we did. Cool. Wind is calm. There we go. We'll take runway 25 if that's there. Chief Purser Mania. This is gorgeous though. You gotta admit, this scenery is gorgeous. 2976. Pressure dropped. One more time. Winds are calm. But look at this. Look at this beautiful scenery. ChatGPT came through today. If you're wondering where we are, I'll try to flight back on. Alright, back to guard. You know what that means. Macho Man is savage. Look at those cliffs. Look at those cliffs. Oh. This is with the Bijan Studio Seasons Enhanced, so I'm not sure if you touched this up at all. But the trees look a lot better. They look very realistic from what I'm seeing at least. Navajo Mountain. I keep hearing Young Guns, man. Navajo. He's mocking Chavez. But right, it actually looks worse north of the mountain than it does south of the mountain. And if you kept going, you'd hit the Grand Canyon. So we are going to stop short of the Grand Canyon. Because I do not want to do the surfer there. I would have to read up on that. I even forgot there was a surfer there for a second. Oh man, excuse me. Been a very nice flight as we straddle the border of Utah and Arizona. That mountain's quite impressive, Navajo Mountain. Yeah, we're gonna hit some rain on the way back, but that's okay. If you're here for earlier in the broadcast, we flew around that to the north on the way back, on the way out to Cortez, Colorado. Saw some lightning, heard some thunder. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's a nice picture too. Tons of nice pictures today. I've taken like 40 screenshots. "20 minutes away." start our descent a little bit. I just want to get over those little hills up ahead. This thing got like 5,300, so not that much. Oh God! Wow. Bonanza. Thank you, Digi. I felt really good about playing the Bonanza on Saturday because I got to use that again. I always love it when I can do that. The only thing I'll say about the Bonanza is it's very, very fast rolling on the aileron axis. I'll be right back. I gotta blow my nose one more time. I'm sorry. Looks like we're going to be doing goalposts through this rain here, so it's good. Oh boy. Look at beautiful Navajo Mountain though. It's fantastic. Really gorgeous out here. If you owned a plane out here, though, you'd be flying for a while, you know, to get to destination. So, actually, it's not that bad, but... And it'd probably be practical to have a plane, you know? Again, I live in the Northeast, so we're used to like, things happening a little quicker. Tons of airports around. And I do feel blessed that I live in the Northeast for flying. You got a little of everything. We don't have... We have mountains, but they're not, like, as widespread as this. You gotta go to New Hampshire, Vermont. We do not have the little cutouts here, though. Oh, pardon me. There's a Navajo Mountain Airport over here. Right there, actually. Very cool. Take off that tablet so you can see this stuff. Very cool. I'm very scenic today. It's good. Right through there. Navajo Mountain has a peak of 10,300 feet. Tallest mountain I've ever been on is Mount Washington. My wife's going up there with the fam. She's not a fan. I asked her today, I was like, do you want to go on the Cog Railway someday? They have a train that will go up the mountain. I think that's a bit more doable. That costs some boku bucks compared to what it is though. But probably do that one time in my life. I don't know why. It says I'm dropping frames. I don't think it's that bad on the broadcast. Just saying. Here's the rain. Alright, anyways, we're going to go for 2.5. That's doable. CTAF's 122.8, so we're still on CTAF. Looks like it is. This is what I want to get over before I start my descent down. But even on that, what's it called? The Rainbow Plateau. There's a peak of 5,000 something feet over there, so gotta be careful of that too. 476. Okay. Alright. Back to guard. Probably last time I'm going to do this command tonight.
Guard, whip.
Lots of rain. Blowing off the side here and everything. Little things of turbulence here and there. Not too sure about that one. Again, it looks closer in the cockpit than what it really is. I think we're okay. No, 2,000 feet. No, we might be. Yeah. Why does it look like snow down there? Or is it just rocks? I think it's just rocks. What a double rainbow. Look at that. Wow. Hence why they probably call it the Rainbow Plateau. Which is up here. Tons of eye candy today. Yep, you had some lightning there. Did you see that? It's really quick. And we got updrafts and stuff, so there's definitely some convective stuff here. Ups and downdrafts. Oh, pardon me. Alright, we're about 22.8 nautical miles out, 11 minutes out. And we have to do a descent eventually. Could also slip it in. These are things we think of to stay ahead of the plane. A little bit of turbulence. I'm feeling it in the butt kicker too. We are going to make it. Even if it is through a little bit of rain, we will make it. This is not the Rainbow Plateau, by the way. But I'm kind of intrigued at why they call it the Rainbow Plateau up ahead, so we're going to take a look at it. And that Lake Powell is right over there, right where the rain is. That's the lake right there, see it right over there. Very cool. Yeah, we got some storm stuff here. Again, I use a butt kicker, which is like a haptic thing. It like reads the data from the simulator and puts it into like a chair sim shaker, if you will. So when I hit turbulence, it hits it like this. It's pretty cool. You feel the RPMs of the engine and stuff. So I'm a big fan of it. I did have to fix it though. I had to do my own wiring because the wire that came with it, they kind of broke. But it worked fine. I have an RCA cable, which is much more durable, believe it or not. And the only problem is that I wish they had like a wireless unit, which I think they might now, but like this is an old gamer version, so they don't sell this anymore. And the problem is that when you move your seat like out, and I'm not saying during simming, but like just moving it out, like getting out of the chair and stuff, the cable will come loose. So basically, though, we're lined up for runway 25 already. Just gotta get through these storms here, and then we're good to go. But all right, I'm gonna switch to. Well, I am on CTAF, so Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, 60 nautical miles out to the east. We're gonna go extended final, runway 25 full stop. Page 25 is not that big. Let's look at this together. It's only 2,000 feet, but oh wait, it has an X on it. Crap. 25. Displays. Alright, I have to look at the NOTAMs really fast. I think it might be closed. NOTAMs. So I'm searching for FAA NOTAMs. There's a NOTAM search that pops up for the FAA.gov. We'll enter in KPGA. It should give me all the NOTAMs to see if that's even open. Because if not, I gotta. Aerodrome, permanent, VASI, unusable. Taxiway C closed. Approach now runway 1634. They changed the name of the runway in August, so well, that's interesting because I updated all my stuff and it still says 1533, so that's what they put in the NOTAMs. Alright, it doesn't say anything about runway 1533 CL markings not standard. Yeah, that's fine. Permanent, but you can't use the VASI. Okay. It doesn't say it's closed, but if I look at the chart supplement, see these X's? I'm not feeling too good about those X's there. But this says runway 25, right traffic. Intended. Runway 725 closed indefinitely, actually. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to have to figure something else out. Nope. Alright, so let's go left base for runway 33. Actually, no, that's not going to work either. Left base for 15. Yeah. Alright. Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, 11 nautical miles to the east. Going to set up a left base for 15, full stop, Page. Which means we have to head a little bit more than north here, so we're going to go heading. Should probably stick us over Lake Powell, which looks gorgeous. This is gorgeous scenery, though. Look at this. Look at that scenery. It's amazing. It's some of the most beautiful scenery I've seen in 2024 yet. And we're going to enter a left base from 15. Excuse me. I kept us out of that storm, too. Alright, gonna start our descent. Allison.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you.
I'm gonna go minus 500. And descending. Airport is out that way. Well, it's a good thing I read the chart supplement, because that's why they have the X's there, because when you go to airport remarks, runway 725 closed indefinitely. Interesting. There's an overnight parking fee too. Well, that sucks. Most airports have, well, a lot of them have overnight parking fees. Okay. Anyways. It's quite interesting. Oh yes, runway 15 is quite operational. Alright. Here's what we're trying to do. Into Page.
Stick the landing. In this challenge, the pilot will do his best to avoid certain death by keeping the plane on a good flight path with a constant angle descent lined up to center line. Good. Stick the landing and don't suck.
I'm gonna switch to the left tank. Fuel pump on. Left. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure holding Alright, I'm gonna try the tablet, but you know what I'm looking at. That magenta line usually helps you get in there. It makes it so you're not looking for the airport as much. Like, obviously, you want to see the airport still, but you're not looking to. You get lined up a little faster, that's what I'm saying. It's that magenta line. Helps you in real life, too, when it's hard to see the airport. You can get set up and know where you're going. Sometimes airports can be a little hard to see. Airport should be up there. That is Page right there. The airport's right here, actually, so we should be seeing it. If we just pass this thing. Alright, Toby, eye tracker on. Maybe I can. Oh, I can. And I will. It's right over there. Okay. Alright, El Manuel, gas, undercarriage. You're under 129. Speed, where are you? Nope, we're not. Alright, move it up. Lift it up here for a second. Alright, gear down. Mixture. Prop. Kick this back to 18. Flaps. Well, I should have waited on the flaps. Turn it up. Flaps. Another thing of flaps because we're kind of on base. Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, left base, runway 15, full stop, Page. Yikes. Should be about 80. Oh! God! Got lightning again. Every time I land, there's lightning. It's like lightning and rain. I'm trimming up. I don't know if it's doing it, but... Oh, it is. Okay. I get nervous because my honeycomb alpha used to be like a little bit broken. There we go. Look a lot better now. Okay. Do have lightning in the vicinity. I'm surprised I didn't say that on the weather. Okay, 3 green. Just check. Okay, we're at 25 degrees. Okay, that's right. I'm gonna slip it a little bit while I do this turn.
Sky condition. Ceiling 6200 broken. Temperature 18C. Dew point 11C.
Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, left base to final. Runway 15, full stop, Page. Alright, back to guard.
2200 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Sky condition.
I got it slipped in this turn here, so that's not a bad thing to get some altitude off this thing. I think I just heard some thunder. And the thunder rolls. Sterile cockpit. Green. Okay. Trimming down. Still a little high. We'll slip it a little bit. 80 is not terrible. So. Okay. And we're gonna turn to the right when I get done. When you take the throttle out of this in real life, it falls like a rock. So. Just saying. If someone wants to do the exclamation point after land, after I've landed, that would be awesome because it has a little briefing. Okay. I also feel like those Vazzy lights are not working like real life. Throttle coming out more. Oh, nope, they are. I'm on the glass scope. Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, final 15. Page. Be about 75, 70 coming in here. There's a school bus out there too. Did you see that? I'm not looking. I'm landing. Throttle out. But it was all the way back. Okay, very good. brakes. And we're good. Okay, turning off of Alpha 2 here. Welcome back to Page, everybody. That was quite the adventure we had today. Clear. So weird, that thing looked like it had... Oh, it's just washed up color. Page traffic, Arrow 3 Echo Foxtrot, clearing Romeo 15. Page. Alright, with that, I'm going to do our checklist here. I'm going to turn off Toby Eye Tracker so you don't go dizzy on me. Come on now, Toby Eye Tracker off. Okay, flaps up. Fuel pump off. Oh, it wasn't on anyways because I keep forgetting that. Strobe's off, landing light off. Taxi light, I'm going to leave on. Pitot heat mixture, trim is required. Well, you know, set for neutral. Alright, and that is that. Let's taxi over to the apron over here and park somewhere. Flying in one of these aircraft and we're good. Okay, Toby Eye Tracker on. Here we go. Thank you for joining me today here at what was an awesome flight. We saw a lot more things than I thought. So I'm gonna turn to the right over here. Right back where it started, so that's kind of cool. Uh-oh. My GPU is being used heavily. That's what that's saying. We are the Magenta. What's up, Nick Forge? Children of the Magenta. Very cool. I might grab one of these teas over here. It usually is quiet except for Digi. He talks a mile a minute. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, my friend. Yeah, it gets quiet. You know, I don't control that, but I like to think we make up for it with commands. Parking brake on. Toby Eye Tracker off. Let's shut this thing down. Show you the checklist while I do this. ELT, verify silent, avionics off. That doesn't work anymore, so we'll just pull a fuse. Alright, all lights except for beacon off. Mixture full leaks, AC's off. Not many. I do this either way though. It's not really about the views, it's about I'm gonna flight sim anyways. So, alright, parking brake is on. And let's go take a look around the Page Airport, shall we? I want to take the tablet off. Yeah. Sometimes we have really good views, and other days we just kind of have the normal people that come in and just want to see some flight simming. So, it's not a career for me. So, this is freeware scenery for Page. Let me turn off that sim here. And whoever did this did a very nice job. I'm not saying I've ever been to Page, but it looks very good for freeware. They obviously did not model the inside of the buildings, but look at that, even as a welcome center. It's pretty nice. I was gonna say I stand corrected. It's modeled a little bit, but it's not. Okay. I didn't expect it to be. But they have buses, school buses. I want to check over here at this hangar here. Yeah, we're kind of chill. I mean, I'm gonna flight sim anyways, so I started streaming because I was like, who the hell's gonna watch me anyways? And then I'm gonna flight sim anyways because I'm a rural private pilot side practice. So, but it does make the time go by a lot easier and quicker. I've met lots of friends and people, so it's been good. It's been good. Here is the av fuel. This is 2020 Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 Millionaire. I don't know if you modeled this. Nope. But again, it's freeware. Can't complain. They did a nice job, to be honest with you. So, very cool. Ooh, they even put the azimuth in there. Very cool. And this is Page, Arizona. This one, nope. See, it doesn't like it. That's because I went and used configured. So it must be loading some big stuff in the distance or something. I'm okay with that though, because that usually doesn't go off anymore. That's because I'm pushing this on the AMD 9950. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Maxed out settings. That's why it's giving me that warning. I guess it just means I need a 5090 for the enhanced 32 gigs of VRAM. Yep. Well, you will. I think it's a little bit better for GA, but it's getting better. This is the beta for Service Update 4. I fly airliners very infrequently because I'm more of a private pilot. Again, that's how I practice. But yeah, well, I struggled with the whole FMC because, you know, wasn't used to it. But Page is right there behind the airport, so that's what you're seeing down there. And that's where we're going to leave you from. Actually, the Glen Canyon Dam, we didn't look at that up close. I looked out on the way out, but here's the Glen Canyon Dam. And then, actually, we should go down to the, actually, I should turn off the drone follow mode, because then it has elevation issues once in a while. I'm not saying it's perfect still. But here is, oh wow, look, it even has the electric wires. Cool. That's a nice picture. Let me go and take a picture. That's the Glen Canyon Dam, and then if you follow this down, it gets to the Grand Canyon. Flight plans, I make them myself, like real world. You know, I use SkyVector to help me plan it out. They're not as detailed as I do in the real world. So I make my own, just like I do in real life, if that means anything. I don't really use any flight plan planner. If you're talking about airliners, I use SimBrief, the free version, because I'm too cheap to buy stuff and I don't fly the airliners enough. But yeah, Grand Canyon's down over here, so hopefully I can. I mean, it's been pretty stormy and cloudy today, but there we go. It's gonna load in. Looking for the airport and everything. There's the Grand Canyon, right? Still loading some scenery. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work now. Captain Cocktail, welcome to the broadcast. Let me see if I can get that working for you. Nope, that's not working. Is it after land? Maybe it's after land. Oh, damn it. I went back to the... Well, it did something. Just freaked out on me there. There you go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our destination. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until Eric instructs you to unfasten your seatbelt. It will then be safe for you to depart the plane.
They do in the real world.
On behalf of Eric Flight, I would like to thank you for joining us on this trip, and we are looking forward to seeing you on board again in the near future. Have a wonderful day.
Which I had to watch a lot of times to get it going on. Here's the Grand Canyon, everybody, for some eye candy. And it is cloudy all around. Where's the airport, though? There should be an airport for the Grand Canyon around here somewhere. No? Maybe I'm wrong on that. I thought there was one. I don't even know where I'm at with the drone anyways, but anyways, that was our flight today. Hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to push that follow button if you're watching on Twitch. Please remember to push the follow button if you're watching me on Kick, and please push the subscribe button if you're watching me on YouTube. For the record, I have flown. Now I'm gonna go through them. Cessna 152, Cessna 172, Piper Warrior, Piper Archer 2, and a Piper Arrow 2. Those are the ones I fly in real life. So this is the Piper Arrow 3 that we flew today. I'm gonna go back to the airport. Maybe I can get like a scenic little. See, that's what happens if you haven't joined follow mode. It would say I crashed the plane. So where's the dam? I want to go on the dam tour. Page, Arizona, everybody. So those are the planes I rent. I don't own. So it's costly enough already, and I don't have the time to do it with my kids and family to own a plane. It's not worth it. I'd say you get to the 100-hour a year, and then it might be worth it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't ever even come close to that now that the kids are older. But anyways, from Page, Arizona, we are going to sign off. I smell dinner downstairs. I'm kind of hungry. And stay tuned on Twitch. If you're watching me on Twitch, we're gonna rate somebody. And the 172 is awesome, dude. The thing is, the default one is not that good right now. It has missing things still. So I do the WB Sim 172 mod, which is from the old simulator. You can't even buy it anymore. But I think that's like the best 172 thing. So we flew that yesterday. If you want to watch the stream from yesterday, 172. But alright, stay tuned. We're going to rate out on Twitch. Again, push those follow, subscribe buttons. If you feel so inclined, any money I make off of streaming and also from the Eric Flight Aviation Design Store, which is a merch store. I do my own aviation-inspired designs. It's ericflightaviation.etsy.com. Appreciate all your support. That's how I fly in the real world, along with my YouTube income, which is not much for Eric Flight. It's another channel. It's the Eric DIY channel. But again, that's gone down a lot, so I'm just trying to earn whatever money I can for real world flying, and hopefully be flying in November. And Nick Porge, I will see you. Remember to push that subscribe button if you haven't already, by the way. Thanks to Digi Driver for coming out. I'm going to give a shout out. And also to Captain, where are you? I want to say Captain Chaos because that command, but it's not the command. Captain Cocktail, who will be flying with us again once they start doing multi-server nameplates again on that. And is there anyone else I'm missing? I mean, I had a bunch of people follow me, so thanks to George 116688 for following me on Twitch. Thanks to ICUAA007 for following me. Thanks to Good Fixins for resubscribing earlier in the stream. Thanks to T.O. Williamson for following me at the beginning of the stream. Thanks to Kevsim Corner, who followed me yesterday, but I didn't remember you following me, so I'm going to say it anyways. With that, tip your bar with your staff well. This is Eric Flight. I will see you soon. Going back to work tomorrow. Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day, whatever your preference. It was a great day to do some simming, so we did 3 days of simming in a row. That's pretty awesome for me, especially when I have family and stuff. But appreciate all your support. Remember to push those buttons. Tip your bar with your staff well. Eric Flight. Peace out. I will see you soon. Have a good one.